Fly by the Mun. Oh. Do we have to send a Kerbal? I don't think we do. We could send a satellite, couldn't we? If we wanted to. Okay. Okay. Chat. We have Kerbin. We have the Mun. We could just... Okay, so we're going to go into... Yeah, let's just plan this properly. We're going to have an orbit, right? And then we're going to essentially burn over here. And I think if we hit it properly, we can return for free. I think. I need to figure out how to do that properly. Because you have to go around the Mun in a certain direction. And I don't know if I can do that without a maneuver node. We're going to orbit at 80k. 80k. We're going to bring... This is going to be a very small probe. This 80k is going to take 3,400 Delta V. I think if we can get 5,000 Delta V, it should be okay. And we're going to send a really light probe, so we should be able to fucking rocket it out there really quick. Let's just try to throw something together really fast. Before I even accept this. You know what? Fuck it, accept it. Let's see what we can do here. Upgrade for nodes before you start going further than Kerbin orbit. Do I need a node, though? Do I? I might actually need a node, though. How expensive is it to upgrade? It's not that much money. We're going to get, like, a bunch of money from this. 150 grand? Let's spend the money. It's good. It's important to do anyways. I don't know how much we can actually fit on this is the thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to see. The service bay is huge. Only you've... The antenna should be fine. I don't even think... This has an antenna built into it, right? So it should be fine. I don't know if this is even a good idea to put these on the top like this. I don't have fairings, so I'm going to have to make sure when I'm taking this out of the atmosphere, I take it really slow. You can do 2 experiments, one in low orbit and one in high orbit of the moon. Okay. No, I'll put this up here. Might actually be smarter to put this on here, but I don't know how big it is. Oh, it's fucking huge. Ugh. Like, that thing's big, you know? Not really worth taking. I could take this, put it over here. It's always good to have redundancy, but I think I'm just going to keep this though single. It kind of looks cool, doesn't it? It actually looks kind of cool as for a little satellite. This would be it when it re-enters. It's going to re-enter just like this. So everything should be within that heat shield. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't... Does this have a reaction wheel, actually? I thought it did, didn't it? It does have torque, right? It does. It has a little bit of torque, so it should be good. And then I need to put a parachute up here. So let me put this back over here. Let me put a parachute, and this should be absolutely plenty. Oh, how fucking cool is this thing looking, chat? So this is 1.52 thrust to weight, which is fine because it's in vacuum. And of course, if we look at the vacuum amount, it's going to be higher. 3,000 Delta V? What the fuck? That's enough to, like, go to the moon, circleize, land, go up, circleize, land again, go up, circleize, and come back. Jesus Christ. I didn't even realize how bad it was. Wait, no, that's still just incredibly high. Holy shit. I feel like we don't need that much Delta V. And by trying to take that much Delta V, it's not worth it. That's 90. It's 180. Like, that's got 1,900 Delta V. Right? That's the 900 to get there. And then if we really fuck up, that's over 1,000 to get back. So I think if we do this, it makes the second stage we have to do so much less. Right? But that still means this stage needs to be... Wait, why is it saying 1,900 Delta V? Do we need 1,900 Delta V? That just feels bonkers. Again, we want to get this first stage up to... I don't know if it vacuum needs to be at that amount, but it needs to get up to 3,400. I thought it was at vacuum. Like, you should be looking at 3,400 Delta V at vacuum, and that will make it. So that right there is 30... Almost 3,400. So maybe if we just go a little bigger. But the next stage is like this, so it's fucking crazy. We could use 4 of them. We could actually try to remove... Nah, we don't really want to remove... We could remove fuel from here, but we don't really need to. If we did 4 of these, I just don't think it's a good idea, but if we did... is that enough power? Oh, yeah, that's plenty of power. I have an antenna. I have parachutes and everything as well. Parachutes don't need to be staged properly. Don't worry about that. Let's put it on the pad. Is it nighttime? I feel like it's nighttime. Is my entire rocket bouncing on that little engine? The answer is yes, it is. I don't have SAS. I don't have a reaction wheel, but this has torque in it, which should work for the most part. And if the gimbal doesn't. Plus, we're going to be on a pretty small rocket after this, so we'll see. Nighttime, it doesn't matter. We're going 90 degrees to the right. It should be good to go. We are launching this in 3, 2, 1, launch. All right. So far, so good. Again, I need the gimbal, so I need to use the middle engine a little bit, but we don't need to use it too much. As long as it stays under 300, I'll be happy. Okay, let's go as straight as possible. I'm worried about leaning too much, and then... really hard to control. It wants to come down so hard. I should have just kept accelerating. Oh. I don't know if we lost all of those or we just lost the nose cones. Holy shit, I don't know how my engine didn't just explode. Am I getting ready to ditch this one next? Oh, it's already at 87? Holy shit, that's far. Alright, so now... Are we tumbling? Okay, chat, are we ready for this burn? And also, there's a new burn indicator, which will tell you like half your burn time when you need to burn. So we need to be over here, ready to burn in 11 minutes. Oh, overshot that a little bit. Using any mods? Yeah, about 41 of them. I haven't like fully tested this mod pack, but I'm pretty happy with it. So I think as long as all these missions today go to plan and there's nothing I really want to tweak too much, I'll export the CCAN file for y'all. And I'll give it to you. Now, I'm not using many part mods. Almost all of them are like quality of life or like content mods, like having more missions, that kind of stuff. Making the game look nicer, adding better textures, features like the science alert, like that kind of stuff, which is really cool. But I would say there are part mods, but nothing that's game breaking. So there's like space station components that I think look really cool. There's planetary bases, but there isn't like near future engines and like propulsion organic drives and fucking radion controlled isotopic fission reactor cores that go into magnodynamic plastic engines and shit that breaks the game. I try to like get rid of that because it's not fun to watch. It's not really fun to play. So it has all the default engines in it. It has all the default fuel tanks. It just basically adds more building blocks for you to put those on. And I think that's kind of cool. English, I'm making shit up, dude. Because that's what it sounds like when you look at KSP mods. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous. A little bit. We also added life support, which I think is always a fun one to have to deal with. So life support's pretty cool. I added one near future. Oh no, I was debating adding a near future mod called near future construction. I haven't done it though. Oh, we got 5 minutes till burn. It's going pretty well. So right when the moon comes up, or similar to that when it comes up, we should be burning. 3 minutes to burn. Two minutes to burn. Yeah, like I said, I'll give you the mod list so you can import it into your CCAN after today's stream. Or like right after we're done playing. 10 seconds to burn. Returning the node. Getting ready for full burn. 30-second burn. Shouldn't be too bad. I messed up and I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna have to tweak this because I wasn't burning at the proper time. I'm probably have to tweak it very slightly, but I still will have to tweak it because I'm not gonna re-enter the atmosphere at 36, which is the whole goal. Okay, that'll be good enough. So we're coming back at 151, so we can tweak that. But we are gonna hit the moon. Well, not gonna hit the moon. We're gonna encounter the moon, which is a better word for that. Am I going to be able to do low orbit mun science? You know what? Let's go there, and on the way back we'll decide if, because I don't know if I'm actually going to get 2 things of science on the mun. I may or may not. All right, I'm speeding up time. Because I'm going real high in orbit, so I think I'm going to get mun high orbit science, but I'm not going to get low orbit science. So I'll have to come back to the mun anyways to do that, because we're going to land at the mun at some point. The science right now is for high Kerbin orbit. It's not for the moon. We already did the moon orbit, or the high lunar orbit, or munner orbit science. So it's good. Oh, it's because I'm doing this. So it doesn't really matter when we do this. I'm just going to actually do it now. As long as you just burn retrograde, it should work, essentially, for about that. I'm going to stop around 100,000. Now we're at 80,000. So basically, we're coming back in at this point. I do have a heat shield, but I also have this engine. So I'm wondering if I should, at this point... Oh, that's KSC right there. We almost made it all the way back to KSC. I'm going to decouple this stage now, so that we're in Atmo. So let me make sure I do this right, so we don't lose anything. Decouple. And we can retract this antenna now. So it can not get heated too high. And then we just point this way, and we should be good to go. And that has a much higher surface area, so that should be fine. Burn it all before decoupling for slow. I don't think that's true, because if you go too steep, you will not have enough time to use the atmosphere to like slow you down. That's why Jeb died. And that should be good. 4 meters a second. Oh, look at this landing. This thing's so cute, dude. It's so cute. Uh-oh. Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. It's gonna sink, dude. Recover. Oh, yeah, what do we... Oh, did we recover anything? I think everything blew up. Well, we got 117 science. What the... And that's only from one flyby. If we went lower, we could have even gotten more science than that. Parts... 5,000, but that's okay. We did lose a lot of money on that, but we also got a shit ton of money from completing that contract. So that's pretty good.